we are starting the second part of the lesson, number 3. So, we are going on with the story. Actually, it's not a story, but the explanation, a little bit introduction of how it came everything into existence. We're speaking about 10 Sfirot. The Zohar opens, the commentary Hasulam opens with a statement about 10 Sfirot. It's like something that, as if we must know that it's already, that is as if he supposes that we know that there are 10 Sfirot. And he speaks about these 5 Partsufim, these entities of 10 Sfirot, of a certain color, power. And that's why I want to go to the very beginning of becoming of the universe. First, as the Kabbalah tells us, first was the existence of only the eternal light, the name of which is Ein Sof. It means Ein means no, or there is no, and Sof is end, endless light. They call it in different translations I had, but eternal life, endless life, light. Okay, but so this light is the light of perfection, and this light came from what the Kabbalah speaks about, from his essence of one power in the world, that from whom everything comes out. And firstly, everything, all the reality was filled up with this Ein Sof. And there were no places, I even know one place that had lack of this, that had lack of this, shortage of this Ein Sof. And it came into his mind. We speak as in the language of the human beings, that it came in his mind to make a creation, a deed of creation, an act of creation. Why? We can't say why our wise people says that we can't speculate on this better, but our wise people say, Chachamim, this is the word of the wise people, they say that he wanted to share with someone the meaning of his properties. It's good word? No, because he is merciful, and he wanted a creation that would also try to be merciful. The creation that would recognize in his light, that he would emanate from his essence, that from out of this light, that his creation would learn about the properties of the eternal life of this of the creator of the attributes of the attributes of the creator. And so it's absolutely impossible, the Kabbalists say to us, to understand his essence. So it came from him, from his essence came out a kind of dressed light that was dressed in some covering, as it were, enclosed in the light. Ein Sof came, that the wise people call it Boreh, creator. And as you probably heard, the name of the world, one of the worlds, is Bria. And this is also, Bria comes also from the Boreh, from the to create, is Boreh. Ha-Boreh is the creator. So from this creator came this light, Ein Sof. Out, and from this light where everything created. And this light did something in this perfect reality, an act of tzimtzum, an act of restriction. It restricted itself from one place, and he made a kind of emptiness in this place, a shortage. And this is the place where we are living, and not only the earth and the sky, but all the universe. This is the place, this is the spot from where the Ein Sof departed and left this place empty, in order to create in this place a creation. Because otherwise would not be a creation without a shortage, and now the light was in this spot, and the light came to the sides of this spot, and the spot it was remained empty, and this spot was in the form of a circle. Why? Because a circle is a perfect figure. Yeah, figure? A perfect figure, because every part of a circle is, if you take it one place somewhere, that in the middle of the circle is a central point from where all the parts, every spot within this circle is on the same distance from different parts on the same on the same level. Let's say above or from the side or from beneath to this central point. So he departed, this light Ein Sof departed from this spot and this circle, and afterwards, and it was empty, and empty means that the emptiness, that was the first time that the emptiness appeared in the reality. And the emptiness means a shortage. A shortage of what? Of something that already was in this place. And this place was, beforehand, was the light, Ein Sof. And now the light is away, is departed. What is left in this spot? A shortage, a wish, a loneliness, a striving for something that already existed here, but now doesn't exist anymore. And then the light, this light Ein Sof, entered into this spot, and the spot, we can see it now as an, how do you call it, as a ball, as our earth is also a ball, and this light Ein Sof entered from above, in the middle place, through the surface, or into this ball, and it came step by step, and it came now not from all the parts, like a circle, just a round light, but it came from above just as a line, just as a line, one spot of light in place of how it was filled, everything, all this place was filled with light before. But now, in order to make it possible in this bulb, that the life will be possible over there, and that it will not blind out, as it were, blind it would not bring again this, that it will not, in order to make the life possible in this area, the light came only as a line, one spot of light. And the name of it is Kav, a line in the holy language. So is now the line of one spot should come in this place, the creation would endure this light, and the life would be ensured. And this is the way how this light entered, and this light Ein Sof entered up till the middle point, from the upper side, from the upper side, not completely through this bulb, because otherwise there would be not beginning, not the end, not upper places, not lower places. But that's why only from above it came within, as you know, as one can just drill the apple up till the middle, yeah, and in such a way also came this Ein Sof into this bowl. And everything what came into existence in this upper, as it were, upper place, upper half, how do you call it, the half of hemisphere, but upper hemisphere of this bowl. And before entering this bowl, the Ein Sof made preparations, because in Ein Sof itself there is no, the Ein Sof wants only to give. The attribute of Ein Sof is the ultimate giving, bestowing. I don't know this word, but I hear this word, to bestow. And the creation must be, had to become, on the contrary, had to become, had to have an attribute, the main attribute, to receive. Because if the giver wants to give, and there is no receiver to give, to whom would the receiver give? That's why in this place, in this bowl, where the universe came into existence, he created the wish to receive. And this is also a shortage, a lack. And this is the wish to receive. This is the whole existence of this creation. This is the whole attribute of everything that is created. So we see also in our world, we see everything wants to receive. Vegetative nature look like when it is a sunny day in the morning, then the flowers, they are turning to the sun, everything wants to take. It is inherent in the creation. And before entering the second time into this ball, the Ein Sof made some preparations. It restricted itself, this light, within 4 stages, 4 phases maybe, better to say. Because it couldn't, the light was a giver. How can the giver transform its light in something that receives? The light is eternal, is only giving, and no shortage. How can it immediately transform itself into in something that would be a creation? So that was necessary, as the Kabbalists told us, to undergo 4 stages for this light in order to become a kind of receiver of the light, a kind of the kli. This is in Hebrew. This is the means receiver, receptacle, and in such a way, this Ein Sof made these 4 phases. In the 4 phases, it restricted itself, himself, before entering into this ball. The first stage is actually the Ein Sof itself, but already as the phase, as the root of this, for these 4 stages. And the name of this, the Kabbalists call it Keter. And Keter means the crown. Crown means why it is crown, because it's not yet something that has a body, that is something that exists. It is only as, in the way, like the king. You see, he also wears a crown beforehand, of course. So it means the crown is not the king itself. It's something that is about the king, at the head of the king. In the same way is the Keter. And the Keter consists everything in itself potentially. And the Keter is like Ein Sof wants to give. And the first stage, first phase, maybe phase is better, the first phase in the transforming of the light into something like the root of the creation is the receiver of the light. And this receiver, the first receiver of the light, the name of this is Chokhmah. And this, now we are speaking about this Sfirot. And the Chokhmah, this is emanation, first emanation, the light itself, but that came to, in the form of the root of this creation, is Keter. And everywhere where you will hear the word Keter is a representative of this light, of the Creator himself. So the first phase that received the light of the Keter is, the name of this is Chokhmah. And Chokhmah is, in the holy language, means wisdom. It is the light of wisdom. It is the light, in other words, is the light of life. It gives the life to everything. And this is the Chokhmah. But the Chokhmah just received this light without willing, it came from above. It was not the wish yet. The wish to receive this light was not appeared in this Chokhmah. It was the first phase, just to receive. And but it was already something as a phase where this Sphira Chokhmah already received something. And then was developing, this Ein Sof developed itself towards the creation, because Ein Sof doesn't need this development only in order to give to the creation. He made this development of 4 stages, 4 phases. So in the next one, at the end of the developing of this Chokhmah, came this Chokhmah, experienced this light, tasted this light of the giver. First, Chokhmah received this light, and just received as much as it could, as much as it was given to it. But then at the end of the development of this Chokhmah felt that the light is higher in quality, more elevated also than the Chokhmah, because the Chokhmah felt that the Chokhmah only receives, but the light of the Keter, I said light, I meant Keter, the upper face, the root of it. That the root of it, the Keter, Sphira Keter as it were, that was more elevated. It wanted to give. And in such a way, then came a new phase that wanted to bring itself into conformity with the giver, with the Keter. And that this sphera, this emanation of light, in the process of the converting this light into the receiver, is called Binah. And Binah means something like understanding, intuition. And her quality is to give, to resemble the giver. And in such a way, if we know these attributes of all these sferot, they never change. So we will see that wherever we will meet Binah, we will always see that she wants to give. This is the attribute of giving that she acquired by her wish to resemble the Keter. In such a way, we see already now that by receiving the light, by making ourselves receptive, we will get the light into ourselves, even by plain reading and hearing of the basic text of the Zohar. And in such a way, unconditionally, we will taste the light that makes in us all kinds of different engraving and different engraves, yeah, engraves in us places where we would be able to experience this light and to taste it. And then this Binah that wanted only to give. She didn't want to receive the light from the Chokhmah, because then she would be like him. But she wanted to give. So she said, no, I would not receive. But then, at the end of her development, she realized, and you see, I say she, because it's a feminine power in the range of these sphirot. The Chokhmah is the masculine, just received, and he also gives, but without any wish to give itself. And the Binah has the attitude and the attribute to give, and doesn't want to receive. And this is a feminine part, a feminine element, or the feminine power, means that it's a kind of hitgabrut, we call it in in the Hebrew a kind of resistance, a power of resistance from the part of the creation. It is from the, it's as resistance, it's from beneath above. And the masculine is from above to below. It's by the way. And so at the end of the development of the Binah, she realized that in order to give, she must also receive a little bit from Chokhmah. And on the third part of our lesson, I will try to explain it a little bit further.